Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Polio Jr. And in today's video, I'm just going to go over uh, what the actual average percentages that a Lyft driver makes off of each ride. So, because I used to, before I actually looked into it, I had always been told it was less than 50% of what the passenger paid for was what the Lyft driver made. But it's actually pretty decent. It's a little bit more than that. How I'm going to decide this is basically what you can see on the screen here. So there's one, two, three, four, five, and we are excluding the tips. So most of these are relatively normal rides, and normal rides are just a couple of miles, nothing, it's nothing crazy. So, and this is in my earnings section. This is actually what I made for each of these. So, but like I said, we're going to exclude the tips. So now there's this section um, in the Lyft Driver app where you click on the link and then it shows you the earnings breakdown. So it shows you what the passenger paid and then what you actually made. So the passenger paid $21.87 and I made $14.06. So, and then we keep going. So I'm just using 5 examples. They paid 13.16, 8.95 is what I made. Yeah, 610, and then I made 337. That's a short trip. 744, 488, and then 90. So this, what we're going to use is the 704, $7.04, and then the earnings of $4.20. So, but these are typically pretty average drives, unless um, there are times where you do get pretty lengthy rides that are 45 minutes or more. So the longest one on here, I believe, was maybe about 20 minutes or so. That was the first one. So what I did was actually just put it into an Excel sheet. So everything I just showed you in the pictures of what out of 5 rides of just a typical weekday evening, um, what's the average percentage a Lyft driver makes? So I organized it all in this Excel sheet that everybody can see, where I organized just 5 drives. So this is what I made versus what they paid. So as you can see, the percentage of that ride, I made over 64% of what the passenger paid, 68 on this instance, 55 on this one. That one was 337 is like the minimum that you get paid for like an extremely short trip. And then this one I made 65.5, and then the last one I made almost 60%. So we want to find the average of that. And how do we find the average of something? We add these 5 percentages up. So we do this equals sum, and then we click these percentages. So we add these up, and then we divide it by 5. So so for the average of what I did for 5 rides tonight, I could have done more. I could have done 10, but for the average for 5 rides, I made 62.53% of what the customer paid in full. So the so out of that, the so Lyft is making 13.53. So Lyft is making about 37%, 37, I would say more, 37 to 40% um, of the actual ride. So, but I have seen other ones where I was actually well over 2/3 of the ride. So if they're making um, so like this has been lower and the average percentage before has been higher. So but yeah, so like if you did 2 divided by 3, so 66% is 2/3. And you know, like you see in this one, this is definitely over 2/3 of what I actually made versus some of the lower end ones. So, but the average out of just the five screenshots that I showed you here, the average that I made in 5 rides is 62.53% of what the customer paid for. So if the ride was approximately, so if the ride was $100, I would make approximately $62 out of that. So it was $62.53 approximately. Of course, as you can see, the numbers do fluctuate on just how long sometimes it can be, you know, what time of the day it is, how long the ride takes, you know, the distance is included and all that fun stuff. But definitely like this one right here, the 55.2% is where, you know, was maybe about a 2-minute ride. So, but yeah, so out of 5 rides, 62.53% is basically what I made off of what the passenger paid, and then Lyft obviously keeps the rest of that percentage. So, which is actually pretty damn good for not having to go out and drive. So just maintaining, you know, upkeep of the application and, you know, their servers and stuff like that. So so the rest of that money obviously goes to all their expenses and salaries and that kind of stuff. But yeah, making, you know, approximately, so you're getting approximately 2/3, almost 2/3 of what Lyft charges the passenger. So, which really isn't that bad. When I used to do it for Uber, when I used to drive for Uber for a little bit, I would really only make it was close, but it was still a little bit lower. So all the rides were definitely a little bit lower. So with Lyft, you make on average closer to 2/3 of whatever the passenger is going to pay. So, and then obviously, you know, if you get tips, then that's also a bonus. So, but this is everything without any tips. So, yeah, I don't know why I decided to make this video. I was just like, this will be a good idea. Let me just tell people what the average percentage a Lyft driver makes, you know, off of each ride. So, or just in general. But yep, that's all I have to offer today. So thank you very much for watching. And make sure you check out all of the links in the description. There are some really, really, really amazing offers in there that are for my subscribers and anybody who views the videos. And they're absolutely free. There's no charge to you. Definitely check it out. Easy ways to make you know, a couple extra bucks, and sometimes even more. I just did a video the other day about the offers that we or that I have to offer to everybody. So if you look in the description below, or even on the poliojr.net website in the exclusive offers section, there's a ton of stuff in there where you don't have to put out a dime, and you can make a couple bucks. You can save you know, more than $1,000 on a couple things a year. You can make money from, you know, already purchasing something online, something that you were already going to purchase online, and all that fun stuff. So definitely always read the descriptions in a lot of your YouTubers that you are subscribed to, because they do offer some really, really cool offers to their subscribers. But all right, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.